Sometimes I dream that he is me in front of me, and I might, darling, I might. Sometimes I dream that he is me. I don't know the other words. Sometimes I be, and then I know it says, like Mike. That's all I know. It says that part. Just watched the Air movie. Any initial thoughts from Joe?
I think I cried like 3 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you remember which points?
I mean, obviously, when he was in the room finally in the meeting with the Jordans and
The
everything was
speech.
going wrong, but then he was like, "Fuck," and like
Someone stopped it. Someone had to stop it from going wrong.
Yeah. So that speech.
That speech.
Just so moving, really, all of it. I saw
really,
you crying.
Oh yeah. He really believed.
Michael Jordan, he really saw him more than Adidas or Converse could ever got him.
And then on the other side, the guy at the gas station. It's like everybody knew. It's a wild story because when someone sees something that others don't see, it's so much pressure. It's so much pressure. You're told that you're crazy. You know, the realm of the ego challenges you. And there's way more places that you can look to see confirmation that you're tripping than there is confirmation that you're right. But that's what faith is.
So fascinating to hear. I didn't know that Nike was like failing as a shoe.
I mean,
Right.
yeah. It's like their destiny and this one man's destiny, and Sonny Vaccaro's destiny, and Phil Knight's destiny. Several destinies intersected in one moment. I had the thought afterwards, it was like, that whole film is for Sonny's speech in the boardroom. Like, anybody looking for motivation and inspiration, like, pay $10, $20, how much it costs to go see a movie, and go see Air. And listen to Sonny's speech. Because so on one level, it's about Michael Jordan. But you know, the Rocco complex loves to break down how everything's about Christ. To some degree, everything is a mirror for the soul self, Jiva Atma, crystalline, Krishna, Christ consciousness. Everything's a mirror for itself. And so Sonny's talking about we're all gonna basically die. And nobody's gonna be remembered, but there is you. And the thing is, there's tons of footage of famous NBA people, players, ex-players, talking about how Michael Jordan is like Jesus. It's like Black Jesus. But when somebody manifests as the highest avatar embodiment, fathomable and possible, that is a variation of what could be called the avatar or the bodhisattva. And then whatever culture needs to see the God body walk as, it will manifest as that. So that is Krishna. That is, Yeshua was a manifestation of that. Siddhartha was a manifestation of that.
Check your angle.
Thank you. It's always about the angle. You mean like lower, so it's filling?
Yeah.
And you need a mirror to help see your ankles. That's what really stood out to me. That they took the time to tell the story of how someone saw the avatar. And it was, I think my first time my eyes produced tears was when he was by himself and in a pit and in a rut. But he slowed down that moment where Michael caught the ball and shot it. He was seeing something else. He was seeing so many deeper things. It was just this young dude catching a ball and shooting. He won a championship. But it was more.
Yeah.
He saw the electricity. They had no words for the quantum field and the electromagnetic connectivity between this young dude's hands and the ball and his consciousness sending the ball. But you can see his consciousness shooting the basketball even in that footage.
Mm-hmm. a spark, and he took that inspiration and shared it with a few people, no matter how crazy it looked. He trusted that vision.
That spark inside. So, Air Jordan, new movie, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, which Ben Affleck and Matt Damon have an incredible karmic destiny story together.
Wow.
Have you ever seen a movie called Good Will Hunting?
No.
It's a very good movie, but we've talked about it, right?
Yeah.
Another incredible starlight, bright Krishna signal from Robin Williams. He's in that movie, and young Matt Damon is like a savant that's a janitor at Harvard instead of a student at Harvard. And he's actually like way smarter than anybody at Harvard, but he's a janitor. He's like avoiding his destiny. And Ben Affleck plays his like good friends, like best friend, and they work construction. And everybody in his life is like, yo, you're the one. And he's like trying to grapple with that and not run away from his destiny. It's an amazing film. I'd love to watch it soon. But Michael's destiny was so written. It's kind of like LeBron's. I'm sure there'll be amazing stories about that as well.
Can I ask you a question?
Please. Relevant to this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which of your projects did watching that movie make you want to lean into?
Well, you know the last scene is really, you know what they said? It's probably the last time my eyes were open. Last scene they talk about, well, so-and-so and so-and-so is talking about the power of a four-letter word.
Yeah, moon,
Yeah.
neutral, 1138, all popped into my mind.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, crazy.
So,
Yeah.
so that, yeah, we've already been given what we need. But it takes crazy faith. The world's gotta not see you for you to realize how important it is to see you. You gotta see the world's actually tripping. They're missing me. Damn, how do I get the world what God gave me to give? How do I find a way to give what I've been given to give?
Right.
That's a good brand. That's a good extension of our internal soul, honey, nectar, liquid gift to connectively integrate into the world. That's the passageway. We're shown it. We're shown it. We are shown. And whenever that happens, that's called Christ. It is the Krishna, crystalline, I am presence ripping into manifest quantum quintessence of the etheric Akashic field and rippling into it with new identity. But it's the same eternal identity that it's always been and that it only could ever be, but it's in a new way, a unique way, a profound way, a powerful way that cannot be ignored, that sings with a certain sound. You know, last night on Shadow and Bone, when he said, I've seen it before. It's got a frequency to it,
Yep.
and it showed the reflection of the stag,
Yep.
and then it went back to the waterfall.
Yep.
That's Christ. That's also the Bodhisattva. That's also the Avatar. That's the Buddha as well.
And at some point in the movie, Sonny was saying, I don't know, this is just a different feeling.
It's just different. It's something that's never happened before. I had a session one time with somebody, and that phrase kept coming through super empoweringly and importantly and profoundly. You are something that's never happened before. And if you don't happen, that will never happen. Not to put pressure on you, but to feel the pressure of the benefit that we are all meant to be to others. You're something so special that it's never happened before. And if you don't let that happen, that'll never happen. And And that's, to me, what missing out is about. The only thing that we could ever miss out on is who we are. The only thing that we could ever miss out on is what is. If it's not, we can't miss out on it, because it isn't. But if it is, and we miss out on that, it feels like that's sin. That's wrongness. We missed it. That's missing out. Which homie said in the call today. Jeremiah was quoting somebody else.
It was like one of the books in the Bible that got removed.
Yeah, Gospel of Thomas, I think he said. And then he said, I think he said Gabor Mate was quoting it, or some other person in his world was quoting it. Maybe it was Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan quotes great shit. But he said, it's in the Bhagavad Gita, I think that's what he was saying.
I screenshot it on my computer. It's from the Gospel of Thomas.
Oh, it's from the Gospel of Thomas. So it says, if you bring forth what you are, it'll be good, or something like that. But if you don't bring forth what you are, it'll destroy you. Oh, something like that.
If you do not bring forth what is within you, what you do not bring forth will destroy you. Oh, there's a car behind me.
If you do bring forth what's within you, you will live. If you don't bring forth what's within you, it'll destroy you.
You will live.
But it's like, it's not just live, it's like that's your life. If you do not bring forth what's within you, it'll destroy you.
Yeah.
But I'm saying the other side of it is, if you do bring forth what's within you, you'll live. You'll live life. You will live an amazing life, maybe even. But if you don't bring forth, like if you do bring forth what's within you, it'll bless you.
Yes.
If you don't bring forth what's within you, it'll kill you. It'll destroy you. It's a feeling of missing out on that which is most essential. Thoughts on air after watching?